Stand? We're closing out on the Shabbat, so I want to finish this class early. So we will have a quiz after this class. Can? Mind you ask, come and sit. So start at 24.
Genesis chapter 8, verse 24.
Start at 22.
Genesis chapter 8, verse 22.
Read? Read up, sir. Strong.
Then the man of Israel said unto Gideon, Rule thou over us, both thou and thy son, and thy son's son also. For thou hast delivered us from the hands of the Midianites.
So the Midianite then was Iran. So because you have to know the story about Gideon, I think he was born from a bondwoman. So when he born, they put him out saying he could not give nothing. So that's to show you how important the father is. The Most High was with him because the father carried the seed. So when Gideon come and defeat the Midianites, the man of Israel said, rule over us and your sons sons to follow us, man. Right? Read on.
And Gideon said unto them, I will not rule over you, neither shall my sons rule over you. The Lord shall rule over you.
And that's what people don't want God to rule over them. Do you understand that? Because if God rule over you, you know what the requirements is. So you want to blame the prime minister, you want to blame somebody. So you see how the spirit was on Gideon? And even today, a lot of you want to rule over somebody. A lot of you want to feel important. But Gideon said, hey, let me be. Go to God. Right? Read on.
And Gideon said unto them, I will desire a request of you, that he will give me every man the earrings of his prey.
Read.
For they have golden earrings, because they were Ishmaelites.
They were what?
Ishmaelites.
So that was the family that Moses got his wife from. So Gideon telling them that the Ishmaelite, what were the Ishmaelite them doing back then? The Ishmaelite were wearing earring. So these dirty Arabs, are they wearing earring?
No.
Stop it.
No.
Stop. If you don't know, just keep quiet. The Muslim man don't wear earrings. This is the war that Gideon win. You just fight war and win. And the Ishmaelites in ancient days were wearing earring, the men. So that proves to you that these people are not the original Ishmaelites. Do you see that? He said, you pray, the people that you kill, give me the earring off their ears. Read on.
And they answered, we will willingly give them. And they spread a garment, and they cast there in every man the earrings of his prey.
Read on.
And the weight of the golden earrings that he requested was 1,700 shekels of gold.
So you see that? That's over 4,000 worth of pound of gold. That's why it was good for a man to go to war. Because when you go to war, whatever you kill, it's yours. So just imagine your husband go to war and bring 40,000 pounds of gold home after war. And couple concubines. Nobody would be mad, right? Read on.
Besides ornaments and
Colors.
And purple raiment that was on the kings of Midian.
So you see that? So the kings then wear purple. So even the material they took, man. When you go to war, all the spoil is yours. So you see how the kingdom would dress to war and all this. Who watch the movie 300? Do you see how Xerxes dressed in the movie? He have gold from his ears to his lip, and gold chain and gold bracelet, everything. You love to see Xerxes in war, man. Because that's who you're going for him. Although you'd have to leave the king for the king to kill. But if you can take out the king of any nation in war, all the ornaments on them is yours. Right? Read on.
And beside the chains that was about their camels' necks,
So even you see that? The Ishmaelites, even their camel was wearing chain. So after Gideon defeat them, Gideon take all those gold. Right? Read on.
And Gideon made an offering
Heifer.
thereof, and put it in his city, even in Ophrah, and all Israel went thither.
See them. You have to read good. There's a young man you have to read properly. So read 27 again and start the counting.
And Gideon made an offer thereof, and put it in his city, even in Ophrah, and all Israel went thither warring after it, which thing became a snare unto Gideon and his house.
So you see that? What he did, he took the jewels and make an idol and put it in a city. And one thing that Israel like to do is sing idol. Israel start to worship the image, man. So you know, like, say for instance, you go to a wishing well, you start to throw money and wish and all that stuff. So you make something similar there. So you put it up there now, so everybody was amazed. Shalom, Sister Aisha. I have a question for you, man. Put your bag now and get your bag on. What's it going on there, brother? How was your exam? I know you passed, and you don't want to fail. Did you pass or did you fail?
I don't know.
If you fail, don't come here.
I'm yet to find.
You must know.
If you fail, don't come here. This place is not for failure.
I'm yet to find out.
Fail or
I
pass.
don't know.
They start talking to the existence. Where are these trucks coming from? Sit, I'm ready for you. So continue read, 28 on. So what happened? Gideon made that thing, so it was like a Christmas tree. So everybody go there and worship that thing. And the Most High said because Gideon did that, it was a downfall to Gideon and to all the people and that worship him. Right? Read on.
That was Midian subdued before the children of Israel, so that they lifted up their heads no more.
Read.
And the country was in quietness 40 years in the days of Gideon.
So you see that? So what he did, he go and he totally destroy Midian, man. So when he destroyed Midian, Everett, E-V-E-R-I-T. Who is Everett? He's the same one that have a fine for me. You have a fine here, right? No, so I'm lying. Or I forget. Right? Read on.
And Jerubbaal the son of Joash went and dwelt in his own house.
Verse 30.
And Gideon had 3 score and cows, and 10 sons of his body begotten.
So many sons Gideon have?
3 score and 10 sons of his body.
So how much son is that? 70. A score is 20. So you have 3 score and 10 sons. So Gideon have how many sons? 70 sons. Read.
And he had many wives.
For you have what?
Many wives.
Look at this. And he have daughters too. In all he have 90 some children. So with the 70 sons, he have 30 some daughters. So read verse 30 again.
And Gideon had 3 score and 10 sons of his body begotten.
So he have 70 sons. Read.
And he had many wives.
For he had what?
Many wives.
Read.
And his concubines. That was in
So he have many wives and many what?
concubines.
So you see that? He have many wives and he have many what?
Concubines.
Right?
That was in Shechem.
That was in the city that he lived. So Gideon was a warrior. Every city that he go, he left a wife and children. And those wife and children could not marry again. So that's why I said it's impossible for him to name all those children I've named for them. You have to have numbers. Number 1, number 2, until number 93. Right? concubine? The concubine will get spoiled, but the concubine would not get as a wife get. Because a concubine is a nation woman from the other nation. So she could not be equal with you.
So why would, if we don't have to mix marriage, how will you take a concubine from other nation and still?
And the only way you could take a concubine from the next nation, what the concubine have to be? No? You have to be a what? A virgin. And when she come, you have to shave her head and pluck out her nail. So when you bring her home, you cannot touch her for what? 3 months, right? 3 months. You cannot touch her for 3 months. You have to shave her entire head and pluck out her fingernail. That's a ritual for concubine. So when you go to nation, you took the spoils. You took the king's daughter and all that stuff, bring back to your place. So we have a concubine laws too. Huh? So that's why you will see. Get 13, Isaiah 13. That's why if the white man, didn't the white man did that to us? In slavery. The slave master sleeping with your wife before you. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. When your daughter reached 10 and 11, the white man take him up there in the big house. Read verse 14, 13, 14.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
They shall be as the chased rod, and as a sheep that no man taketh up.
Read on.
They shall every man tend to his own people.
So in the final analysis, when the Most High said, when the war of the world started, every nation going back to his own people. Right? Read on.
And flee everyone unto his own land.
So don't matter where the person is. If the person is in Saudi Arabia, it's going to be bad for him. So he's going to try to get out to go back to his own land, meaning his own people. Read on.
Everyone that is found shall be threshed through.
So everyone that found, if you in Ghana you see a Chinese, somebody going to just kill a Chinese. If you in China you is a Ghanaian, somebody going to just kill you. Right? Read on.
And everyone that is joined unto them shall be fell by the sword.
So if you married one of these Eden in those days, that's why when I read the Bible is different dispensation. So the Bible, the Most High said, if you get caught in the midst out there, what will happen to you? Somebody can just push a knife in you. Right? Read on.
Their children
Their
also,
who?
their children
Read on.
also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
So just like how when they came into slavery, what did they do to our children? So the Bible said that's the same thing you might do with their children. You know when a black woman see this white baby, the black woman say, yo, she's so cute. I'm looking, is it not the same thing you see that I see? Now when white baby born, their head big and they have no ear in their head. But yet the black woman go around them and say they're cute. And the black woman will see the black baby full of ear and say, what a ugly baby this. Do you understand me? I'm looking at the same, when I see a white baby, I'm looking at Chucky. And I see the same black woman come on, oh, he's so cute. So I'm looking like, is that the same thing we're looking at? Aisha, come sit here. Zamar, come sit here. Both here. Pick up that your book, take care. Quickly.
Zamar. I want to give me a ride.
Right, read on.
Their houses shall be spoiled.
The house, so meaning whatever they have in the house, you can do what with it?
Shall be
Remember
spoiled.
what the man in TG, whatever name in house value 53 million American dollars. Huh? In staircase was real gold award. And guess what? The white man took everything. The White people took it. His family could not get it. Just imagine a pastor living in a house valued $53 million American dollars. How much Ghana cedis is that? Right? Read on.
And their wives
And
ravished.
their what?
Wives ravished.
And their wife what?
Ravished.
So you see that? The Most High said when that happen, wives are going to be ravished. What the word ravish mean? Wait. That happened in every war. When those Jewish devils go over there to Gaza, what do you think they're over there doing? They can ravish both men and female. Both men and women. The American do it, the Pakistan, just go on Google now and see how many boys claims that they get molested in Afghanistan. And you'll be surprised. Right? So read 15 again. 16.
Their children shall be dashed to pieces.
Their children shall be what?
Dashed to pieces.
Read on.
Before their eyes.
Before who?
Their eyes.
So they might see that. Just like what they did to us. Right? Read on.
Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
So you see, so Sister Mayana, if everything, that's why war is never a good thing. Because we fight war in Africa and we lose and we end up on slave ship. Because when they get defeated, that's why the Most High said, when you're defeated, you become a prey. So whatever the nation that defeats you choose to do with you, that's what they will do with you. And they'll be ruling over you from the 1400s until now. Because they win. It's a battle. They win. So the only way one can get free is by fighting. Nobody ever pray and be free. The only way one can get free is by fighting. When you fight, you have to win. So that's why they deal with the man in the black countries like they do. They have all kind of vaccine here for you. They're trying to sodomite your children now. You understand me? They have the black woman living a false hope, a false life. Nobody wants to, who just like Ghanaian anymore? Who? You go somewhere to buy a suit to wear somewhere, you're not wearing kente. Only way you wear kente is for African occasions. But you give up your whole culture to live somebody else's life. How do you do that? Right? Get their pocket for some.
So, as you say, this question, this information you gave us, the TV Dexter's house,
Yeah.
is in the South Africa, Nigeria, or
Nigeria.
US?
Nigeria. Because the American, when he died, they charge him for money laundering him. They say he was laundering money. Because you know when you have those mega church and you get offering and tithes, you have to give account, you have to book it. So certain money he wasn't booking, so the government seizes his house.
5.8 trillion.
You understand me? Yeah. Just look at it. The staircase in the house was real gold. And Nigeria don't have gold. If Nigeria have gold, is way in the desert and Boko Haram have it. And Nigeria border Cameroon, remember that? You understand me? So even up that part when they say they find gold, they don't have enough to distribute to Nigeria. Get me Ecclesiastes 30. Sirach the 30th chapter. You eat? Have you eaten? What did you eat? Friday. No bango. Isabella and Shama eat bango. And it's only Mayan can tell you about it. Right, Sister Mayan? How big those bango was? When you're ready, sir, read. Sirach 30 verse 1.
Sirach chapter 30 verse 1. He that loveth his son causeth him off to fill the rod.
So explain. Because when a parents punish a child, the child said the parents don't love him, right? But the Bible says here, he that loveth his son causeth him often to feel the wrath. So when your parents beat you often, that's love. See, I remember Maya said she couldn't beat you crying. So I want to tell those children, your mother don't love you. So y'all never know this was in the Bible, Aisha? What Deacon said? Yes. So you have a couple more ass whipping to drop Deacon if you truly love them. But if you don't love them, you can't let them be. Right? Read on.
That he may have joy of him in the end.
So when the child grew up now, your mind said, I'm happy I keep him disciplined. He's not in no gang. Just imagine there was a father of, what that woman named Abel? What that woman named the one who went to school with Abel? What's your name? What's your name? You know so much about her. She was UCC. She was, oh, you see, you know a Deacon. I mean, that, you see your friend on Facebook too, Deacon?
No.
I'm just checking, sir. Right? Just imagine she was your child. What you say, Dubai? What would you have to do now? You'd feel grief, right? But when you have a child now and you discipline him, the Bible says when you beat him often, at the end you'll be happy for him. See that, right? Read on.
He that chastiseth the son shall have joy in him.
Read.
And shall rejoice of him among his
Acquaintance. So you see that? When you love your son, you have to beat him because you love him. You don't want him to make foolish mistake. But it's obvious some of you don't get enough lick because your parents don't love you. Sister Yawana don't love you all. Right? Verse 3.
He that teacheth the son giveth the enemy.
And this is the whole thing. This is what the white man ate. Because the Bible says when one teacheth son, who is grieved?
The enemies.
They don't like that. You come and you teach your son, okay, you're going to work for yourself. You're not going to work for nobody else. You understand? You teach your son who he is and what's happening, what's supposed to happen. The Bible said the enemy is grieved. Because that's why the enemy wants to teach your children. So that's why some of your lazy ass will send your child to school. Never tell your child, let me see your book. So your enemy telling him that cow jump over the moon and there's 9 planets and a planet is 12 trillion miles away. How you know that? What you used to measuring? What you used to measuring? All that thing is garbage and lies. Because just 2 weeks ago, Elon Musk have to prove to them that the earth have a firmament. Do you have seen that video? It's on YouTube. So Elon Musk put a rocket for the rocket to travel just to prove that the earth have a firmament. And the rocket hit a wall and exploded back in the earth. Just last week it happened. Because scientists tell you there's no firmament and the earth is trillion miles. Oh, you reach there and you cannot go through the layer. Because what the white man doing now, when they test all those missiles, they're breaking the layer. So by them breaking the layer, that's where the meteorites going to drop through to destroy the earth. Right? So the Bible says when one teacheth its son, it grieves the enemy. Right? Read on.
And before his friends, he shall rejoice of him.
Read.
Though his father died, yet he is at. Though his father died, yet he is as though him. Though his
Put
father died.
Actually, I read from it. Let's leave the apocrypha. Verse 4. 30 verse 4. Surah 30 verse 4.
Surah 30 verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead.
So the child becomes what? Split image of who? The father. So when a father loves his son and teach him, even if the father died, it's like the father never died. Because those are the steps that the son should fill. But now the boys now become mama boy. The boys want to be like their mother more than, you know how much pictures I see people show on the internet with their son putting on their clothes and their heels and all this bullshit. Because the black woman encouraging the child to be like that. So most of the sons now don't want to be a man after their father. They want to be a weak nature, take after the mother. So when you see a boy grow with a mother, he's full of emotion. Even a woman that dated, a woman will tell you a man is a better husband being with the father than a mama boy. Because the wife and the mother are always in argument. Do you understand me? Because the son going to grow up being emotional. Because he's going to take on the weak nature of the woman. So if the father teaches son, when the father died, it's going to be like the father never died. Look at the Arabs then. How much Arabs, Americans been murdering their yearly. And the son grew up doing this, what the father was doing, defending their cause. But in the black community, the boy imitating the mother. That's why most black boys becoming homosexual now, the young ones. Deacon age, you know how much homosexual is age. Because the best what you see today is Zawan, Shamak, and younger. They become Sadamats. Because they're raised by single weak mothers. And they don't want work for nothing, but they want money. So for that, they become homosexual. Because the best one. Papa. Right? Read on.
Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead. For he had left one behind him that is like himself.
So you see that? So your son's supposed to emanate you. Not the mother. That's why some of them want to take what the mother taking. Read?
While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him.
Read?
And when he died, he was not sorrowful.
So you see that? So when the father died, the father never sorrowful. You know why? The father said, there's one will stand up and take care of the family. Because our father going to die now, and the oldest child don't become man of the family. He neglect his family. Do you see that? But if the father know, he know what the purpose is and what responsibility is. If I die now, my son will continue this. This is our thinking in the Bible. But now, the man chooses to be like a woman. Right? Read on.
He left behind him an avenger against his enemies.
So you see that? Your son will be an avenger. Say that. Hey, get up to your mother. Go to your mother. Go. Bible says if your right foot offend you, cut it off. Right? So what I'm saying?
He left behind him an avenger against his enemies.
So the son's supposed to teach his children who the enemy is. Right? Read?
And one that shall requite kindness to his friends.
Read?
He that maketh too much of his son shall be bind up his wounds.
So you see that? When you defend your son too much, you bind up your wounds. Meaning you're going to protect him at all times. Read?
And his bowels shall be troubled at every cry.
Look at this. Every time you hear something, the Bible said the parents' bowls, they want to shake. They want to use the toilet. Every time your phone rings, did somebody kill him? Is he in problem? Do you see that? Because every time somebody call you, what he did this time? Right? Read on.
And horse not broken becometh headstrong.
Read.
And the child left to himself willful.
Look at this. You left a child to do what he chooses to do. He served no purpose on this earth. That's why the Bible said, let the multitude perish. That was what? Born in vain. Read.
Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
You see that? You play with your child, he won't shame you. Read.
Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
So you see, parents cannot be. And who is writing this? Who wrote the book of Sirach? Who was his father? Okay. Just imagine you come home, you hear the man and talk, "Oh, my father killed 10,000 men today." And your father called a boy, "Come here." What do you think that reaction going to be? Because the Bible says if you laugh up with the children, you're spoiling them. They're going to be ashamed. Do you see that? So children have to understand. Just like I tell Shamar earlier, you don't have an opinion. You don't know nothing. Somebody taking care of you because you're incompetent. And when I use the word incompetent, you're not capable to take care of yourself. So you should have an opinion. Because children always think they know more than their parents. Myself sometimes too. But one day you all will be parents, you all will see. And the children then that you're going to raise going to be worse than you. And I'll be in the spiritual realm looking down and seeing. Do you hear me? Read on.
Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies.
So when you do follies, don't wink. Don't close your eyes to it. And when you do wickedness, there cannot be no what? Freedom. Get me? Sirach 21, madam. Read from 1.
Sirach chapter 21, verse 1. My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more.
And that's the whole thing. If you sin, sin no more. Right? We cannot continue wickedness. So if you're doing something wrong, what the Bible said you should do is stop it. Right? Read on.
But ask pardon for thy former sins.
So you see that? So when you trigger one sin, you trigger everything. So now the Bible says you have to go back and ask for you have to ask for forgiveness for every sin you commit. Because when you open one camel hole, you open all of them. So you have to go back and ask for moving this menorah, for touching this menorah, for doing this menorah, for doing this menorah. Right? Read on.
Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee, and the teeth thereof.
So if you're encouraging it, what the Bible said it will do? So whatever sin, weakness you know you have to flee from it. Because if your weakness is money, don't go against nobody's pocket. Because as soon as you go against somebody's pocket, you're handing that person's pocket. If he is a thief, don't tempt your own self. Right? Read on.
The teeth thereof are as the teeth of the lion, slaying the souls of men. All iniquity is as a two-edged sword, the wounds whereof cannot be healed.
So you see that all iniquities are a two-edged sword. And the wound cannot be healed. Because if you allow it, you encourage it. What verse here?
3.
Read on.
To terrify and do wrong will waste riches.
To do what?
To terrify and do wrong will waste riches.
What verse here? What book are you reading?
4.
Okay. All right, read on verse 4.
Thus the house of proud men shall be made desolate.
So if you're proud, you shall be what?
Desolate.
Verse 5.
A prayer out of a poor man's mouth reacheth to the ears of God, and his judgment cometh speedily.
Read.
He that hateth to be reproved is in the way of sinners.
So if you don't want to be correct, you will always be a sinner. If when anything happens, you choose not to be corrected, you might be like that way until YAHAWAH come. Read on.
But he that feareth the Lord will repent from his heart.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a fear. Who fear the Most High? Because when you do something, you know God is seeing you. Guess what you do with it? But the problem is, nobody fear God. Or nobody don't think the day of judgment coming. Because that's why the Bible said God don't answer sinners' prayer. So for you to even make God answer your prayer, you have to clean up yourself. You have to clean up your ways. Right? Read on.
An eloquent man is known far and near, but a man of understanding knoweth when he sleepeth.
So you see, if you're smart, if you're a smart person, you know, shut the door. Shut the door. If you, nobody get up from there then. Right? So the Bible said, a man that understands, you know when you fall. And when one fall, what you do, you take responsibility for it. Because you're smart. You don't lie, you don't make excuse like you don't do nothing. God see us all. Right? Read on.
He that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial.
Because why? Because the man coming to take your house. Do you see that? You cannot take a loan to build your house. It's not your house. Because if you go and build a house and you go borrow money to build that house, guess what happened? You're digging your own grave. Because the man might come and take his house. So that's why it's best every man build their own damn house. What's wrong, Isaiah? They're shaking their head. The Bible is real. Oh, you might borrow money to build a house. If you go borrow somebody money, say you want to buy a dress, and you don't have the person money to give him, isn't the person coming back to take the dress off the back? So you might borrow somebody money to build a house. If you go to the bank for the bank to buy a house, the day come and cannot pay for the house, what will the bank do? The bank come and take the house. So that's why everybody has to work out their own salvation and build your own damn house. Read on.
The congregation of the wicked is like coal wrapped together, and the end of them is a flame of fire to destroy them.
And that's it. When sin congregate with sin, the Bible said both of them just wait to be destroyed. Because what? Nobody wants to be reproved. Nobody wants to be corrected. Nobody don't want to what? Because everybody is so perfect, nobody never done nothing. So the day come when you fall, are you greater than Moses? Because even Moses fall. But I come to Ghana to see people greater than Moses. Everybody perfect, nobody should fall. So the day when that happens, what you do? You take away yourself. And what YAHAWAH said? More demons come in. So when you do that, it's just the beginning of what? Your destruction. Right? Read on.
The way of sinners is made plain with stones, but at the end thereof is the pit of hell.
Read.
He that keepeth the law of the Lord getteth the understanding thereof. And the perfection of the fear of the Lord is wisdom.
Read.
He that is not wise will not be taught.
So you see that? No matter you teach somebody, and parents, we know this. Not all of your children will be brilliant. I have 3. And I tell them, 2 take off for me and 1 take off for the man. So it's for you have to decide for which one is not that smart. You understand me? So no matter what you teach some of them, no matter how many you teach, tell them 2 times 2. They're going to say 2 times 2 is 22. They will never say it's 4. But we want to think everybody's on the same level as everybody else. Stop fooling yourself. Read that from the top again, Aisha.
He that is not wise will not be taught.
So no matter what you teach a fool, that's why the Bible said, don't what? Show your pearls before who? Swines. Because if you put the pig in jacket and tie and kente, guess where the pig going? As soon as you put him down? Going right back in the mouth. Just like you take a woman to a fancy restaurant and say, baby, here's knife and fork. You go and look, you go and see her in the kitchen grinding pepper and whatever they do with the fufu, with the banco. She don't want the fine dining. Amen? There's nothing like banco and okra stew. They don't want no T-bone, no mashed potato, anything like that. Right? Read on.
He that is not wise will not be taught, but there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness.
Read.
The knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood, and his counsel is like a pure fountain of life.
But who want that? When a wise person comes to you, it's like what?
Fountain of life.
Who want that? Do you know to live you have to die, right? Do you know to live you have to die, right? Do you know to live you have to be like a baby? You're going to get cane, you're going to drop, you're going to hurt your knees, you're going to buck your toe. For where you are, it was a great challenge. Just for that life. Say, oh, you expect to get everlasting life. That's why the Bible said, through great tribulation, we all will be saved. But if you cannot overcome what's going on now, how will you overcome Satan and great tribulation? When Satan knows what your weaknesses are. Satan have you 12-0. Because Satan knows, listen, put some money there and I'll get somebody. And how much people will say, just get in the name of money. You could get Judas from YAHAWAH, right? Wasn't Judas with YAHAWAH? Judas was eating all the spiritual food, everything. And Satan could tempt him with money. That's the biggest problem in Ghana. Huh? Somebody come with money, they sell out your brother ASAP. Read on.
The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth.
Read.
If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it.
Read.
But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him,
Read.
and he casteth it behind his back.
So you see that? When somebody wise hear wisdom, they add to it. They enhance it, they make it better. But the Bible says as soon as a fool hears it, I don't agree with that. I'm not going to do that. Before you start to answer, before you even hear the entire matter. This is a fool. But a smart one will say, okay, somebody teach me the Bible. How can I understand it? Just leave us. Somebody teach me the Bible. How can I understand the Apocrypha? Do you understand? Read on.
The talking of a fool is like a burden in the way, but grace shall be found in the lips of the wise.
And nobody wants to be a fool. But you sit down listening to a fool, use a fool too. Read.
They inquire at the mouth of the wise man in the congregation, and they shall ponder his words in their hearts.
So that's who God's question. You see a wise man in the congregation, you ask question. When you get it, you ponder it where? In your heart. Read.
As is a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. And the knowledge of the unwise is as talk without sense.
Read.
Doctrine unto fools is as fetters on the feet, and like manacles on the right hand.
Look at that. When you giving a Jew a fool knowledge, the Bible says it's like dust to his feet. It meant nothing to him. But 20 was what I wanted. But this is what I asked man this morning. Read that.
Verse 20. A fool lifted up his voice with laughter.
So what a fool do?
Lifted up his voice with laughter.
Just like a war growing up. They tell them any woman love laugh was easy, right? Did they say that here in Ghana, Deacon? If a woman loves to laugh, she's easy. They say that here too?
Really?
They say that in Jamaica. If you work a woman that love to laugh, it's 1, 2, 3. Women don't stress. Right, Awar? Like a shashaya cat. So read verse 20 again.
A fool lifted up his voice with laughter.
A fool always laughing, man. A fool is always happy. You see that? The Bible said a fool is always laughing. Read?
But a wise man does scarce smile a little.
The wise man do what?
Scarce smile
Scarce.
a little.
So it's very weird. You see the wise man smiling. He's very, very very scared. That's why when I asked the man why she never show a picture of her father, she said her father don't like picture. Because Deacon is not a fool. She's not gonna laugh off of your jokes. Put it down. Right, Deacon? Are you gonna laugh off of everything? Exactly. You're not a fool. So read it again from the verse 20.
Verse 20. A fool lifted up his voice with laughter.
So the fool always laughing. Read?
But a wise man does
A what?
scarce. A wise man.
Somebody that is wise. What that person do? Scares the soul. Do you see that? But the one who scares somebody a little, that's the one they say miserable. And that's the one that the world don't appreciate. Because they say it's not jovial. Oh, him, he's miserable. Because the wise man scarcely smile. And these are the ones that will never get a wife in the world. Because the woman don't need a real man. Woman need fools. Woman need a man as soon as she open her mouth, the man start to laugh. What are you laughing for? Nothing. But the wise man that scarcely smile, because he's always serious. So it's very scarce when I see him smile, Zamar. Zamar will never show a picture. Ever. But as everything is two entities, positive, negative, good, evil. So we see where most of you choose already. From the conversation today. Right? If a man don't laugh and jump to every drum beat, y'all will never even consider it. But if he come on with a smile on his face, light up the place like Friday, he's the best. And that's why most of you get in tricked. And you're not smart yourself. Done? Read on.
Learning is unto a wise man as an ornament of gold.
So you see that? For learning to a wise man, that's his treasures. For a wise man to read and get knowledge, that's his ornament of gold. Read?
But 21. Learning is unto a wise man as an ornament of gold, and like a bracelet upon his right arm.
Read?
A foolish man's foot is soon in his neighbor's house.
So you see what a fool do? He cannot steal to his damn house. A fool always be in his neighbor's house. So this is how you pick a smart man from a fool. Because if a man know that the woman is married, guess where he should not be? But the Bible said the fool foot always at his neighbor's house. As soon as Deacon gone to work, Mr. John come over. Do you see what I'm talking about? What? As soon as you drive out, Mr. Joe is there. Don't let him in, man. Don't let him in. Right? Read on.
A foolish man's foot is soon in his neighbor's house, but a man of experience is ashamed of him.
A man that understands. He said, look how simple he is. As soon as somebody leave, he show up there. So the man like, why you don't stop going to that man's house? You're not my friend. Leave me alone. Right? Read on.
A fool will peep in at the door into the house, but he that is well nurtured will stand without.
So you go to somebody's house and they don't even invite you in. You the break off your leg to look what furniture they have in the house, how his wife dressing and all these things. The Most High said, who is that? A fool. But the Most High says somebody that is smart will call you at the gate and wait at the gate, because that person don't want to see what your business, see what's in your house, see what your wife wear, or anything like that. So you see how you judge somebody smart from fool? A fool will come to knock this door, but a wise man will knock the gate down there and wait until he starts. Everything is in the Bible. Read on.
It is the rudeness of a man to hearken at the door, but a wise man will be grieved with the disgrace.
So you see that? It's rudeness for a man to hearken at the door. What that meant? My hand. We went over this, so you don't have to call me, right? I don't
When a person listening,
read what the scripture says again for me, actually.
It is the rudeness of a man to hearken at the door.
What do you mean by that? It's a rudeness of a man to hearken at the door. What that mean, man? Read it out. Hearken. Okay. Read that.
It is the rudeness of a man to hearken at the door, but a wise man will be grieved with the disgrace.
A wise man will be disgraced and grief. So when he say hearken, what that mean actually? Huh? It could be that, but it means you go to somebody's door, you must knock one time a week. You know some people come to your house. I'm coming. I'm coming. They're still knocking your damn door. The Bible says it's rude. You go to somebody's place, knock one time. And wait. If the person takes 20 minutes to come, wait! Have anybody ever come to your house and do that? You're not. I'm coming. Then you start to ask Lord, I'm coming. So by the time you reach the door, you're upset with him already. And he come, can I get a spoon of sugar? Hey, I don't have no sugar. So do you see that, madam? You get it now, right? Read on.
The lips of talkers will be telling such things as pertain not unto them, but the words of such as have understanding are weighed in the balance.
Read.
The heart of fools is in their mouth, but the mouth of the wise is in their hearts.
Read.
When the ungodly cursed Satan, he cursed his own soul. A whisperer.
No, hold on. Look at 27. Look at 27. You can't just read over that like that. Read that again for me.
27. When the ungodly cursed Satan,
Read on.
he cursed his own soul.
So who the hell are you talking to? When you say the devil is a liar and you yourself is a liar, who you talking about? So you see, that's why this morning in scripture that we read, the scripture tells about what? Blaspheme the word of God, right? So when you talk sometime, you talking about yourself. You the only one cursing yourself. Because the pastor tell the podium and said the devil is a liar. The devil said, we know who is that liar, right? So that's why you have to be careful when you pray. Okay, if you don't be careful, you're going to be doomed. Because the words will come out your mouth is blasphemous to God. So whatever you judge Satan for, if you're doing any of those things, you're judging yourself. Do you see that? Read on.
When the ungodly cursed Satan, he cursed his own soul. A whisperer defileth his own soul. And
A what?
A whisperer defileth his own soul, and is hated wheresoever he dwelleth.
Because everything, that's just one side. You always be whispering about something. So the Bible said, what you're doing is, you really is destroying your whole self. But get me this one, 20. No. 20.
Sirach chapter 20, verse 20.
Read.
A wise sentence shall be rejected when it cometh out of a fool's mouth, for he will not speak it in due season.
So you see that, because this is somebody that speaks out of season. So even if it's something smart, nobody will take it because you never speak the appropriate time. Right? Read on.
There is that is hindered from sinning through want, and when he taketh rest, he shall not be troubled.
Read.
There is that destroyeth his own soul through bashfulness, and by accepting of persons overthroweth himself.
And see that. So even people might lose them soul for what? Bashfulness. You start to bash somebody else that never do nothing to you. Sister Zamar come and say this person do this, you start talking about that person ASAP. That person, what did that person do to you? The altercation was between him and Zamar. Right? Read on.
There is that for bashfulness promiseth to his friend, and maketh him his enemy for nothing.
You see that? You create an enemy for no reason. Right? Read on.
A lie is a foul blot in a man, yet it is continually in the mouth of the accursed.
Read.
A thief is better than a man that is accustomed to lie.
Look at that. Because somebody only can steal from you. But a person who lie can send you to prison. A person who lie can make you get life imprisonment. Just imagine somebody come and say you do this crime when you never do it. So the Bible says a person who is a thief is better than one who bears false witness. And that's why if you steal, the Bible says you must return what? 7 for 1. But a false witness, the Bible says you have to be put to death, man. Just imagine that. If you steal, you replace. When they catch you, you have to replace 7 times whatever you steal. But you tell a lie. The Most High said the punishment for that is death. Right? Read on.
A thief is better than a man that is accustomed to lie, but they both shall have destruction to heritage.
Because they are going to be judged. Read.
The disposition of a liar is dishonorable, and his shame is ever with him. A wise man shall promote himself to honor with his words, and he that hath understanding will please great men.
So the one who understanding will what?
Please great men.
So this is why, this is, as I said, from this morning to now, this is where you get Matthew 18. This is why we have all these problems. Because everybody has to be accountable. Can? Everybody has to be accountable. Michaela, go look for Sister Mary.
Matthew chapter 18.
Verse 20.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name.
What the Most High said?
For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name.
So the Most High said, where 2 or 3 are what?
Are gathered in my name.
So it's not many people. Dealing with the Most High, it's always a small remnant. So the Most High said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in His name, what will happen?
There am I in the midst of them.
Who is in the midst? And He said, who is in the midst with? 100 or 2 or 3? So call that scripture, read it again for me.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
So who believe this? So the question really is, when will we be ready? That's a question to us. When? What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? When will we be ready?